Hello people! This is another edition of A Dose of Drew, and it is another unboxing in case you're sick of them. Tough. This is something that came in, something that was in the box that is not, or in the box that came in, but not in this box. It's this wonderful, and this is a seriously cushy little mat. This is a wonderful little work mat here, which is actually really cool. So, not in this box, but in the other box. This came with it. You guys didn't see that part. I have not yet. I have tried not to open this. Where is the silly thing? There it is. All right, there is the... Ooh. All right, so better get this. For those who don't know, I do have the original one. In fact, I bought the original one as well as the upgrade kit, so I have 4 of these little suckers in here. Wow, this is, and they're all sorts of wonky right now. But anyway, yeah, I highly recommend the original. The cost is great. If you get the original with just the one, and then you order it later, it usually costs you about $20 more to get the two, to get one extra arm, which is a little bit less than it would cost you to buy just the whole extra arm. So you do get them, and you can, and if you go on the WorkSharp site, you can get more. So you can get extra pieces. It's great for hobbyists. If you only have a couple knives, pocket knives is great. Absolutely fantastic. If you have more, you need more. And that's what this bad boy is for. We have a box in a box. Oh, good. Wow. Oh, baby. This is a lot of stuff. I have seen the videos like everyone else. The stuff that they have done to be able to make it useful is pretty darned cool. Pivots, and that's it. All right, so we got just a couple of pieces here that should go together well. This shouldn't be too hard. No, I don't read instructions. What man reads instructions? My goodness. It's like asking for directions. Who in this day and age of Google Maps and Apple Maps, nobody asks for directions unless it's from the maps. Just finger tight on this so I can get an idea of how these things work. All right. Interesting. I will have to figure out how these work more later. That is pretty cool. I'm sure there's something I'm missing. Other pieces, for those who have not had a chance. Oh, lordy. Wow, that is something. I'm not gonna lie, that is pretty darned cool. A lot of the things that they did on here is, there we go, is having to do that. Oh, that's there we go. Accidentally grab it by that little handle. It's not a handle, it's how you release it. Nifty. So one of the things you have to do, if you have to flip a knife that's bigger than this thing is tall, you have to tilt this back or move it off of a shelf or something so that you can actually spin the knife. Now you don't. Other things, swivel part is attached. Fantastic. And jaws are made better, wider, grippier, and this whole thing is aluminum. My goodness. I have this thing flexes just a little bit, as much as half of a degree I have measured with a angle cube. It can flex as much as half a degree. Also, it is as much as half a degree off from one side to another. Some of that's plastic and just other stuff. This little bad boy, however, how does it go in? I gotta look. Gotta look. Tighten. I didn't know about tightening it. But, okay. Oh, it's talking about something. All right, so that thing's in there. Wow, this is look, I can tell you right now. Just look, here's the two. The size, the scope, the heftiness, the solidity. There is no flex like there is on this one. This has had its share. Oh, I'll tighten this up so better. The looseness isn't so much as everything is. This does it. It does move just a little, but it's pretty tight. This is way more solid, noticeably so. This is the other thing. 15. It's really hard unless the knife is wide to get lower than 15 or so degrees. You can, but it just doesn't work. This thing has a whole section for it. The knife table. Absolutely fantastic. If you have smaller bits, Swiss Army knives, chirps. You have little knives for like your wallet carry and stuff like that. This thing isn't going to do it very good. I'm just going to tell you around. It does not do it very well. There's not enough room to get it in there. The angle doesn't hit it. The really tiny knives don't sharpen very well in the original one. And they have addressed that with this wonderful little knife table that will, oh my God, it's going to do so many cool things. I'm not going to set it all up right now and check it out. I get to play with that on my own. You guys don't get to watch. Here's the one thing that I really wish they would have fixed more. This I would like to be replaceable. Give me some diamond rods. Make this replaceable just like the plates. Right? Like, okay, so that's green. Oh, and stop compounding my, don't give me compound. I got diamonds. Oh, this is still super nifty. That is cool, but I really wish that I had similar things like with this rod so that I'm not just honing my serrated knives. Right? I'm not honing them, I can actually grind them down and really reprofile or resharpen, not just rehone my serrations. Whoa, that is, most of my serrated knives are kitchen knives, so it is less of an important to me. The angle cube that comes with it, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic right here. This is probably one of the best things they could have included. Oh, this really is incredible. Oh boy. Now, are there better ones out there? I don't know about for the price. KME, there's things about each one that I like and don't like. KME has a lot of cool stuff. Do they include hex wrenches? No hex wrenches! All right, so the good news is that this is a hex, this is a hex, this is a hex. Just about everything is a hex wrench, so you'll be able to take some Allen wrench sets or something like that and make some use out of it. However, that's about it. So, this little thing is just, is this the rest? It is. Oh my God. It is. So you have a rest so that the heavy, and then you have to pop it out and spin it, but you have a rest for that sucker. Holy cow. What a great little thing. Let me make sure the battery works after all this time. Oh, there we go, 0.0. 19.5, wow. See how this works. All right. So, absolutely, I am so excited. However, there's a couple things I'm going to say right off. A couple things that are still missing. 220 is the smallest. Give us a 120. Seriously, come on. One of the best things about the WorkSharp is reprofiling. You can take it and take the factory edge, which are usually pretty good. I mean, most of mine are. But you can take the factory edge, re-even it, make sure it's even on both sides, and reprofile it to a single one that you can always re-hit with the WorkSharp. Please give me a 120 for that, especially for things like S90V or any 15V. Some of these new steels that are just like half a ton of vanadium carbides in there. Yeah, 120. and swappable rods. I know serrateds aren't the most common things, but instead of making one honing rod here that I'm just going to get fingerprints on, allow me to swap these rods out. Give me something in rods like the plates. I don't care if I can buy a new, if you're like, hey, you need more, buy a new arm and it'll have replacement. Give me that, because the rest of this is cool. Give me a replaceable those. That's one of the biggest things for me, is a 120 plate and the ability to sharpen my serrations. One of the good things about these, the earlier model, was the width of the plates was small, so that if the arc in the recurve or something was the radius was big enough, these would still sharpen. You could actually tilt it on an edge and try and maintain it and really get some recurve action on these thinner plates. You'll have less ability to do that on these wider plates. Recurves are not gonna wanna do this, which brings me to the next part. If you had a rod set that goes with it, recurves as well as serrations are able to be done much, much better. I'm not complaining because I haven't used it. What I'm saying is it's addressed almost all of the shortcomings of the original, but it then takes away some of the ability to do things like recurve. And I have no ability still to sharpen. I haven't done a review on the original. It's obviously, for me, still, for a hobbyist or someone who only has a couple pocket knives, I believe it's $79.95. It might be $89.95 now. Prices are going up, so get it while you can. For around the $80 mark, might be $90. If it's $70 to $90, somewhere in there. I'm going to say $80. I might be wrong. For around the $80 mark, you can get something that will just quite literally, you get this, a 320, a 600, and a ceramic hone. For most blades under 6 inches, most pocket knives, foldings, fixed blades, anything that's under about this long, this will get you there. This will get you to the 600 grit. You can then hone it, and as long as it's not something like 15V or too hard, you can hone it. And then if you have your own strop or something, it'll be sharp. That'll shave your arm every time. It's pretty good. And you want more, you can buy more. But for the lower cost and if you don't have a lot, you don't need to do it a lot. There's not a lot of need to, like a pro here where you're sharpening a lot of different size knives, a lot of different types and all this stuff. You don't really need that. So this is still really good. This just ups the ante. Is this a TS Prof? No, it doesn't have the double. You're not going to be putting axes or machetes or anything too large, much bigger than a 10-inch kitchen knife in here. I'll have to try it on my own. But the reach is good. Don't get me wrong. The reach is pretty. The span is nice. I can't wait to try it more. I hate to open this up and complain, but some of the things that I didn't like about that one, they didn't quite fix all of it. I still want a 120. That's definitely new plates or different plates are going to come out. This is magnetic as well as just drilled for this size, all that sort of stuff. They make really good ones. I've never had a problem with my WorkSharp plates before in the past. Oh boy, how do you get the magnet off? This is pretty solid. Anyway, I've never had problems with them in the past. I don't expect to now, but you can get more. But this, instead of just being a serration, being able to change that, flip it over, and use it with diamond plating like this would be great. It would put recurves and sharpening and reprofiling serrations a little bit on the table as well. And that's a good thing. That's something that's still kind of missing from here. Recurves are kind of a pain. So there we are. But other than that, really, really good system and set. I can't wait to try this out, you guys. I'm not going to use it here on camera right now. It is just awesome feeling and looking. I really, really am excited. And hats off to WorkSharp for taking it on themselves to change the game for us, for the knife folks, for the people who love this, right? Thank you. Thank you for taking it on. Because this is just cool, right? This is something that, they're starting to get expensive. You can get the TS Prof. You can get the You can get all sorts of stuff. You can get the TS Prof. You can get the WorkSharp. You can get the KME, which was previously one of my sort of grail ones. The TS Prof is kind of being the thing, but the TS Prof is about 500 American dollars. And this is not cheap, but it is cheaper than that. And with replaceable plates and all stuff, the lifetime of this system is going to be quite long. It's going to be good. This one, you may have to replace the arms and stuff like that. And after a while, the plastic will wear down. The plastic will deform, heat, all sorts of stuff. This can deform through a lot of different stuff, and it'll start to get a little bit less accurate and reliable over time, over a long period. I'm not talking about months, I'm talking about years, you guys. Unless you have really significant temperature swings and do a lot of taking it apart and, you know, all that other stuff, so that these little flexible points get a lot of work, and then they start getting, if you take it apart a lot and all that sort of stuff, you will speed up, you will hasten the demise of this device. And this one answers a lot of that, and really, these are just some super cool stuff. I am not going to lie, that is just wow, super awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait to try it out, sharpen some things. Actually, do I have I can't wait to try it out, sharpen like Swiss Army knives, some of my kitchen knives. I want to try the S110V, as well as, I don't want to sharpen the 15V right now, quite honestly. It's pretty good as it is. But the S110V, S90V, some of these other steels that really are work to sharpen, this is going to be great. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up here. This is fantastic. I'm super excited. I highly recommend the WorkSharp sharpening systems for bang for the buck, as well as just useful. They're really hard to beat. This is starting to get into the realm of some other parts and other types that are similar and close, but it still is, I think WorkSharp still has the value leader system when it comes to this. So I really want to give my hats off to him. And with that, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. This has been an unboxing of the WorkSharp the Professional Precision Adjust. And this has been a dose of Drew, and I am said Drew. Go ahead, take this video, watch it twice, comment as much as you like. Beware of side effects. Remember to like and subscribe, and you guys have a great rest of your night.